Good morning. Today feels like such a Monday, but it's a Friday, and this is going to be a weekend in my life living in Charleston. If you're new here, hi, I'm Clara. If you're not new here, thanks so much for coming back. Starting my day off with a workout, a cold brew, and in 20 minutes, I will be in therapy. Emergency therapy session. Very excited for that. But let me actually see how far I am from home. I used my Blackbird Coffee Club pass at Alcove Market. I don't come here often, but like kind of the vibes in there are right in my alley. I just never think to come here. So let's see how their cold brew tastes. It's like a 6 out of 10. 5, definitely 5.
Good morning.
Good morning. I know I usually just talk the whole time, so I don't know if we want to approach things differently this week. Showered, freshened up after therapy. It was a doozy. It was a big one. But I'm actually gonna head over to my friend's right now because her engagement party is this weekend, and I said I would help with the florals. So I'm gonna go over there, have some fun with florals. Let me show you what I picked up yesterday. I still have to unpack all of my bags from my latest trip, but that will be a later problem. I got all of these greenery and like those big, beautiful, what are those, lilies? No, those aren't lilies, irises. I got all of this at the wholesale florist, and then I'm bringing these vases and silver pieces. I'm gonna take the flowers out of them, obviously, but I'm bringing these for her to use. This is so good. Of course, I forgot my camera at home, but I took a couple clips on my phone, so hopefully the flowers looked as good on video as they did in person. I feel like they turned out really well, but I stopped for a sandwich. On my way home, there's this one sandwich shop that does this sandwich with like a green apple on it. So freaking good, and it's 3 o'clock and I haven't really eaten anything today besides coffee, a Celsius, and a cheese stick. So I'm gonna devour this and then probably be hungry again in like an hour for dinner, which is fine by me. I also got another coffee as if I need it, but I've been wanting to try their cold brew. This one's gonna rank lower than the one earlier today. 3. I'm making my favorite comfort food enchiladas for dinner tonight. I'm filming the recipe and putting it on TikTok. Maybe I'll throw it up on shorts too. This is such a quick, easy recipe. It uses rotisserie chicken, so it's really fast and it's so good. You know you've been watching TV for too long when you're hit with the "Are you still watching?" notification, but I think I am 3 or 4 episodes into this new Netflix series, Black Rabbit. Kind of giving me like Ozark energy, but maybe that's just because Jason Bateman is in it too. It is a heated seat type of morning. I actually ended up on the hurricane like weather predictors, what is that, meteorologists, weather predictors side of TikTok last night, and there might be a hurricane headed here. You never really know these days, but there might be one that hits like Tuesday of next week, I think, Monday night into Tuesday, which is not conducive with my international flight on Wednesday. So fingers crossed there, because I have a girls trip with Mary in London that I, come hell or high water, quite literally, I will not be missing. And that's actually why I'm at Trader Joe's bright and early on this Saturday morning, because I promised her that I would bring her all of the pumpkin and fall maple stuff from Trader Joe's in my suitcase, which is also kind of, seems really generous of me, but it will also really save space, like force me to leave empty space in my suitcase, because I will pass those things off to her and then that space will be free for all of the shopping that I plan to do in London. So I'm at Trader Joe's this morning, Saturday, even though I probably could have waited until like Tuesday to come, but in case there is this storm, Mary would absolutely kill me if I told her that I was going to bring these things and then I waited too long and somehow couldn't get to the store. So here I am. I got an Americano this morning and I'm gonna go see what they have. Hopefully, what is it, late September, they should still have everything. She sent me one thing in particular, a maple butter that she absolutely needs. So as long as I find that, I'll be good. And we have 2 Trader Joe's in Charleston. So worst case scenario, I'll just pop over to the other one because I need to bring this woman her maple butter. This is what I found for Mary so far. I have the JoJo's, I have these teeny tiny pretzels that look really good. I found some pumpkin spice tea, not sure how that's gonna taste. I got Ferg some fall themed dog treats, kind of cute. And then something, I don't actually know like how strict Mary is with being gluten-free, but they have the gluten-free pumpkin bread muffin mix and they have the pumpkin pancake mix. So I figured I might as well get her the gluten-free version since they have it. And then she asked specifically for this maple butter. So I got the 3 maple butters, a pumpkin butter, and then some cinnamon brew, which will probably make my whole suitcase smell. I ended up just standing in the corner and making a little menu for the rest of the weekend. I'm doing like a leg of lamb. Well, this is definitely gonna go into the week too, but they have grass-fed lamb and I've always wanted to make that, and I feel like maybe I've just never looked for it at Whole Foods, but I got some ground beef too, and there's some salmon under there. I got some sweet potatoes, so this will probably be enough food to last me through the days before my trip. I had to run a couple errands after Trader Joe's. I had to do a return of Victoria's Secret, which turned into a gift card, which turned into another purchase that I can show you later. But when I was at Trader Joe's, I spent the $5 on the insulated bag and like filled it with all the frozen water bottles that they offer. And oh my gosh, that was so smart because I did not realize how long I would be out after the grocery store. So now I need to just keep this in my car. And that is like a #1 reason to shop at Trader Joe's, honestly. I need to shop there for groceries more often because I don't know if other grocery stores let you get the frozen water bottles, but I have a full-on like picnic cooler with all of my raw meat and stuff, so I'm not worried about it. If I hadn't done that, I probably would have had to throw it all away when I got home because it's been way too long. Gotta pick up some cupcake. I'm going to Sugar Bake Shop. It's like raining now. It's gonna be hard for you to tell, but I did have to put on my winter shaded foundation today, and that combined with the fact that it's pitch black outside, I'm in for a long winter. I'm in for a very long winter. Actually, there's a third thing that's really sending me into a spiral right now, and it's that the trash bags that I ordered from Amazon are scented. And I swear up and down that I did not choose the scented ones, but they're scented and I have 200 of them. Super excited about that. Oh, it gives me such a headache. I hate them. But like, why would I, like, what am I gonna do? Throw out the trash bag? Kind of what's gonna happen with them anyway. But in case you're wondering why I'm sitting next to my trash on the floor of my office, it's because I spent so much time today breaking down boxes, going to the dump, bringing the cardboard. These bags are full of like the packing materials and stuff that can't be recycled. So it's not like stinky. That's why I'm willingly, well, it smells like fresh linen. But that's why I'm willingly sitting next to them, because it's not actually like nasty trash. You know what I mean? I try and condense it as much as I can. But I just went through all of the boxes and stuff in here, and I'm getting to the point where everything on this back bench will be for my upcoming trip next week. I did try on my outfits today. It didn't go well. Back to the drawing board there. Tomorrow is Sunday, obviously, and Sundays are usually like my major cleaning day, like my Sunday reset. If you've ever heard the TikTok phrase, I feel like it's like a TikTok phrase, cleaning your place in the time it takes to wash and dry your sheets, that's me. If I look familiar, maybe that's why, because I do those videos every week, and I kind of didn't realize I was coining and starting that little saying and phrase until it just happened one day, and I was like, huh, wait a minute, accidentally did that. But basically my place is in such a state of disarray right now that washing and drying, I would have to wash and dry every piece of bedding in this place, every throw blanket, every throw pillow, and then maybe that would be enough time. So I'm gonna stay up late tonight and do a little bit more kind of like tidying, not necessarily cleaning, just like tidying, because I never unpacked from that trip. I mean, I just technically unpacked from my last trip, but since I'm gonna be packing in 24 hours, I'm not even gonna bother putting this luggage up in my attic. It's just gonna sit here, and I'm really resisting the urge to have like a late night Celsius, even though I already had one today. I need to do some laundry, make a game plan for tomorrow. I have some stuff to mail off, some returns. I just need to get things like orderly. I like to use this space in my office to kind of do a soft packing plan of sorts. So I have all of the shoes that I'm planning on bringing, the Vivrel bag that I'm borrowing for this trip. I believe I have a really good Vivrel code. They just sent me an email and I need to reread it, but I'm pretty sure you get a month free. I think the code is just Clara, maybe. I'll put it in the description box if this is legit. I might be spreading misinformation, so for that reason I apologize, but Vivrel is like basically the Nuuly of designer bags, and you know how much I love Nuuly. So if there's ever a bag that I'm like curious if I would get wear out of it, or if I would reach for it, if the color would match with stuff that I wear on the daily, if it's on Vivrel, you can borrow it to kind of do like a test run, and then you could obviously send it back and go buy it at whatever store or whatever. Or if you like the Vivrel version of it, like if they're used, so like sometimes you'll get one that's in like pristine condition, and then sometimes you'll get one that like, you know, maybe has been through it a little bit. But if you're happy with the condition of the one that you're borrowing, you can actually keep it at like a severely discounted rate, like Nuuly, like where you can just keep the piece of clothing that you really like. So Vivrel's really cool for moments like that, and like trips and travels and bridal stuff and engagement. Like if you want like a white Chanel or like a bridal bag, Vivrel's really good for that. And I think I have a code. Even if I don't have a code, it's a great concept, especially for stuff like this. So I have kind of my accessories and shoes right here, jackets, some tentative clothing pieces that I've pulled out that I need to try on tomorrow with a fresh, clear mind. And then I have some pajamas, compression socks. I ordered a lot of like gadget type of random stuff, borderline like geriatric stuff, really. I got these Dr. Scholl's travel compression socks because I'm like low-key getting some weird looking veins in my legs, and just for like aesthetic purposes, I'm not the biggest fan of that. So I'm gonna fly with these from now on. I don't even know if those two things are correlated, but it did send me down a rabbit hole of looking into people that like fly with these. The compression compression sock things that like go to like right here. And usually I fly with leggings or like a sweatpants, so I don't think you'll even be able to tell that I have these on. But Dr. Scholl's to the rescue, hopefully. I got some new converters because mine, a couple of them like just weren't working last time I was traveling. I've had the same converters since study abroad. You really only need to buy these type of things like once if you're able to keep up with them. So I got two new ones for the UK because I have another trip to the UK later in the year, so I will keep track of those. And then I also got this, let me show you. It's like a dual voltage like hair tool kit thing. So you have the handle and then you have a bunch of the attachments. So there's a straightener, there's a curling iron, and then there's something that looks similar to the Bondi Boost round brush that I love. I'm sure these are not going to be like the best hair tools I've ever used, but it's nice that it's compact and I don't have to worry about whether or not it works, because that would be a shame. I was going to bring my Dyson Airstraight because I love the Dyson Airstraight, but I did read that probably won't work and it probably will get like permanently damaged if not broken. So I'm just gonna really bank on the hotels having hair dryers, but I'm not really like a wet to fully styled hair type of gal. Like I will like let my hair air dry if I can. I don't really blow dry my hair a lot. So this should be plenty and hopefully that works. Kind of really banking on that working. If my hair looks really bad in this upcoming trip, then you know, don't follow this link, but I'll link it in the meantime. But maybe pump the brakes and let's see how good my hair looks. I finished my book last night. I've been reading The Wedding People and I finished it just in the nick of time because I think I just got the notification from the library that they're about to pull it off my Kindle and give it to someone else. But incredible book. Oh my goodness. If you need something to read, The Wedding People. Something that I am in the habit of doing is like not actually looking up what people are recommending to me, and I just like download the book and I read it and I don't really know what it's about. Let me read the actual description of it because there is some pretty heavy topics in it, I would say, but I also don't know if me saying them gives it away. Oh no, I mean if you look up what the book's about, it says what it's about. Maybe do that before you read it. But I also love taking someone's recommendation for like a show, a movie, a book, and not even looking into the description of it in general. Like I'll just click on the Netflix thing and not even read the description or watch the preview of it. So I think it's so much more fun that way. That's how, honestly, I think I got addicted to that type of like recommendation taking by not looking up what it's actually about before I read or watch it. When I watched Gone Girl, because I heard so many good things about Gone Girl and then I just watched it, had no idea what it was about, and it was just absolutely mind-blowing. And I think if I had read the description before, it wouldn't have been as mind-blowing. So I like doing that. If someone recommends something to me, I rarely look it up. I'll just like, if I trust their recommendations in general as a person, I'll just take it and go with it. That's what I did with this book and it was crazy. It was mind-blowing. Mind-blowing's a little bit dramatic, but it was a really good book and I liked it. And I don't really have any, I have like a list of things that people have recommended to me, but I don't have anything else on hold at the library. And I know like Amazon's doing another one of their like Prime Day things, so I probably will just like buy a couple books for my Kindle. But thus far I have yet to buy a book for my Kindle. I've been doing Kindle Unlimited because my Kindle came with 3 months of Unlimited, and I think I'm gonna cancel that and just buy like a dozen or so books during Prime Day because they're gonna be like dirt cheap, and continue doing that and my Libby like library card thing. But currently at Home Depot because it's a Sunday now, obviously, and Sundays are for cleaning and housework in my book. I have some things that I need to hang on my walls. One thing in particular I need like wall anchors for. I'm hanging a full-length mirror into like an exterior wall of my house, which I think is just straight like brick and plaster from the 1920s. So I need to get some special wall anchor things for that. Then I have to pop over to UPS and do some returns. This is my Reformation return. I hope it makes it. Documenting this in case it doesn't, but you know what? Reformation doesn't put those little sticky things for you to reuse the packaging, and they said reuse our packaging, and I'm like, okay, I'll do my best. And then I have a shop op return of some stuff that just like, if it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no, and I need to return it immediately. I think one of these should work, at least I hope it will. Dry anchor, wall stud, riveting content, I know, but we're solving problems together on this beautiful Sunday. I also forgot to mention that that salmon that I bought at Trader Joe's yesterday had worms in it, so I will not be eating salmon possibly ever again. Disgusting, traumatizing to say the least. And I'm gonna stop at, I'm walking past Home Goods. I'm gonna stop at Home Goods. Look at this freaking champagne thing. Oh, it's $300. Wow. Where do you even store that? I am obsessed with that. Wow. It's probably for the best that I don't have a huge house because I would fill it with stuff like this. Moving right along, what I meant to say is I'm gonna pop into Harris Teeter before I got distracted by that giant champagne bowl, and I'm gonna grab some chicken and some random ingredients to replace the meal that I thought I was gonna make with the salmon. These look really good, but I'm gonna stick to what I know. I love it. From World Market, this is the mirror. Kind of has these like bumps. I don't know if you would call these bumps. Little details, balls, rounded edges. I don't know, but it's from World Market, and I got a text from them because I'm a member of the rewards program, and it was like, you have a 25% off coupon. And I've been looking at this mirror, so I was like, wait a minute, it's a sign, and it fits perfectly in the space between the window and the wall right here. So I love it. It also kind of plays off of this mirror that's over my mantle with the same kind of vibe on the outside edge. Holly does not have like a cage or like a barrier or anything, but for some reason, for the first like year that I've been living in this place, well actually I'm almost hitting the year mark, I would say for the first like 10 months of living in this place, she never crossed like this threshold until very recently, and now she comes out here all the time. When I can't find her, she's usually sitting like under these chairs, and lately her new thing as of like 2 days ago is jumping on my coffee table. I've officially gotten myself roped into another Netflix show, Pulse. I think this is kind of like Netflix's version of Hit, where it's like a whole season of a show is like one night in a hospital setting. At least I think that's kind of, I don't know if that's a spoiler, but it's really good. And this is what the recipe I was gonna make with the salmon looks like with chicken instead, because I will never consume salmon again. I've been ending my day with some form of beverage. I don't know what I can say online. I don't even know if this is legitimate THC, I'll be honest. I was never really in that crowd growing up or in college or in adulthood, so I technically think that like people scoff at these because they're like Delta 9, I think is what it's called. But for me, they work. I sleep like a baby. So if I have any of these, which I happen to have this brand Houseplant, I just got these in the mail. If I have it in the fridge, like I'll drink one. I don't think it has, yeah, it has, how is that possible? 0 everything. So it's not like it has sugar or anything that's gonna keep me up. And it kind of like puts me to sleep a little bit, relaxes me. Let me do a taste test. This one is blackberry. Oh wow, that's really good. I'll have one of these, sit down with my Kindle or lay down with my Kindle and like finish this, read a little bit, and then just go to sleep. But I also have my giant water. These are my evening beverages of choice lately. I got 4 new empties out of that shower. I have way too many products in my bathroom, and I tried to organize the other day, and then I was like, you know what, you just need to use up all of these products. They were all like a third full, and then I would just like get another one and like be excited about that. So I've been actively trying to finish the products that I already have open so that I can open new ones, and I've actually finished quite a few between the time that I filmed the last video that I posted and this one, because I talked about this in the last video as well. I finished like a body lotion. I think I finished like some sort of skincare thing, but I already tossed them. But I finished one of the Pacifica underarm detox scrubs that I love. I finished my favorite Athena Club shave oil. It's like literally shaving with lube. It's crazy. Like it's just so luxurious. You have to get it and you have to try it. It's insane. Finished this peppermint shampoo from Melon & Goats. I used to have a set of these in my guest room and they were all like that full. I didn't want to order the refills. I kind of wanted to get a different brand. It was cheaper, quite honestly. So I put these in my bathroom for me to finish up, and I finished the shampoo today. I still have the conditioner and the body wash, but hopefully in the next couple of days that can get thrown away too. And then I also finished the Flamingo Prep Smoothing Shave Scrub. If you can't tell, I love a luxurious shaving experience, and oil is crucial. If you're using a cream, try an oil. I do really like the EOS shave cream. I guess what I don't really love is like a foam. Then again, I could be convinced. I feel like the shaving industry had some like bangers in the past couple of years. I haven't used shaving foam since like the Skin Timid like pink one that my mom used to buy me in middle school. So sorry, apologies for the shaving foam slander, but I do really like an oil, and this scrub is very luxurious. It's supposed to help with like ingrowns, I think. So it has BHA, and then it's just like a physical exfoliant too, which my waxer would always yell at me and tell me I need to exfoliate more. So if you're watching this, hey, but this is probably what she begged me to do years ago and I just never did. I'm gonna end this weekend of my life here because I have my braid in, I have my leave-in treatment, I have my lotion on, I have my matching pajamas on. God, if you didn't know any better, you'd think that I have my life put together, but you haven't seen the mountain of laundry I still have to fold that I just moved to my dresser. That will be tomorrow's problem. If you liked today's video and you want to see more of me, not sure that's the way to phrase that, but subscribe. And follow me on TikTok and Instagram if you want to be more up to date on like day-to-day stories and posts and stuff. But thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.